Inside the shadow of Geneva, under the world's floor, lies a shock of human cleverness and an ordinary harbinger of obliteration. The monster known as the enormous Hadron Collider, LHC. It is a manual of savvy assessment, allowing researchers to explore the subatomic by and large, and inciting the revelation of the puzzling God particle, the Higgs boson. Right now, physicist Brian Cox has made a chilling announcement that sent shockwaves through the philosophical community. Something concerning has been analyzed at CERN, something that could have achieved extended ways beyond our perception. Has our fundamental objective for enlightening and illuminating variety set us on a crash course with disaster, obliging us as we dive into the pit of this unmistakable issue? Anyway, sooner than we influence into the attestation, what sizable particle gas pedals the enormous Hadron Collider? The LHC, operated by CERN, is a 17-mile ring of superconducting magnets and the field's most essential, and by all means, silliest strong particle smash. It keeps an eye out for the zenith of human coherent accomplishment. The reality of the situation is strong to the point that it can replicate the genuine states of the universe's creation. Yet, should this configuration mean to open the insider evaluations of the universe, it might lead to something undeniably more critical and disturbing. CERN, founded in 1954, is one of the world's most significant and esteemed research organizations, with 23 member states and a huge network of experts. It is a community for collaboration and advancement. The LHC is CERN's focal project. However, it's just one piece of a giant network of gas pedals and spikes. This tune is for subatomic particles and their journey towards existence itself. The LHC speeds up protons to almost the speed of light, sending them on a course that mirrors the energy of the universe at the time of the Big Bang. The impacts generate temperatures multiple times hotter than the center of the sun. An enormous array of magnets directs the protons on their journey, while amazing cooling structures protect the magnets at temperatures colder than space. These contain 1,232 dipole magnets, which guide the beams, and 392 quadrupole magnets, which center the beams. Not long before impact, another noticeable type of magnet is used to press the particles together to broaden the potential outcomes of effects. The task of CERN is to effect like joining two needles 6 meters apart with such accuracy that they meet. The exactness required is astounding. The LHC's design is a wonder of engineering. It is set extremely close to the same support centers that distort and are stowed 574 feet underground, shielded from radiation fields. On this underground level, the whole framework is cooled to a temperature of 46 degrees Fahrenheit, colder than the vacuum of space itself. This cool environment is essential for the superconducting magnets to work optimally. The support centers in the LHC are made to crash at 4 districts across the gas pedal ring, showing up particularly comparable to the areas of 4 particle detectors: Atlas, CMS, ALICE, and LHCb. Each fulfills a fundamental need in exploring extraordinary bits of particle material science. Collectively, they go through legendary cameras, capturing depictions of these effects. Experts then filter through the information, looking for indications of the subtle Higgs boson, also called the God particle, a phenomenal, whimsical sign to the universe's principal game plan. It's like attempting to settle a jigsaw puzzle, one where the pieces are dull and the image is almost impossible to decipher. By zeroing in on the microcosm, we gain pieces of dominance into the universe. Anyway, with every reaction comes another question, and with every disclosure, another check. The LHC isn't simply a watchful instrument. It's an image of human desire, improvement, and a demonstration of our chosen journey for information and our yearning to sort out the essential forces that shape our universe. Anyway, as we stretch the limits of what we comprehend, we should also recall the moral and existential inquiries that emerge. What are the dangers of checking out the secret world? Should our mission for seeing out suddenly open forces we have zero control over? Inside the consecrated entryways of CERN, where the central places of human comprehension are persistently pushed, a disclosure has arisen that sends a chill down the spine of even the most experienced researchers. Brian Cox, a former scientist at CERN and a voice of expertise in the field of particle physics, recently made an announcement that has left the scientific community both enchanted and paralyzed. Cox's words reverberate with a frightening plausibility. The objective of CERN's giant particle collider is to replicate a small Big Bang. Yes, you heard that correctly, a tiny version of the very event that brought forth our universe. The physicist also discussed the potential results of this objective, highlighting the LHC's marvelous capacity to open the insider facts of the Higgs boson and the evaluation of dark matter, a substance that makes up a huge portion of the universe. Imagine the amazing chance to open the very substance of the universe. It's an invigorating passage, yet one filled with risks. The miniature Big Bang isn't simply a hypothetical thought. It is a real possibility within the LHC. The temperatures, the tensions, and the energy all replicate the states of the universe's creation, similar to going on from the earliest basic moment of infinite history. Anyway, with such power comes a certifiable obligation, and the questions become increasingly pressing. Consider a situation. What if something veers off track? Something almost identical to an incident that happened back in 1978? The Russian physicist Anat Borsky encountered a disaster that might have easily ended his life. In 1978, Borsky was working at the U.S. synchrotron, part of the Association for High-Energy Particle Physics. A breakdown made his head collide with a piece of equipment, knocking him unconscious and putting his life at risk. While he survived the accident, it highlighted the real dangers that come with working in such a high-energy, high-risk environment. This incident serves as a reminder that despite all the advancements and controls in place, the very nature of particle physics research, especially at facilities like CERN, carries inherent dangers. The question remains, are we prepared for the potential consequences of pushing the boundaries of science in such a way? The pursuit of knowledge, particularly at the scale of the LHC, is driven by a desire to uncover the deepest secrets of the universe. However, this ambition comes with significant responsibility. If the LHC were to uncover something far more profound, or potentially more dangerous than anticipated, we may find ourselves facing unintended consequences. As we peer into the fundamental nature of existence, we must ask ourselves, are we prepared to understand what we might find? And, more importantly, are we equipped to handle the potential risks of such revelations? The LHC may unlock the mysteries of the universe, but it also may present challenges and threats that we cannot yet foresee. In the end, the enormous Hadron Collider stands as both a symbol of human ingenuity and an unsettling reminder of the thin line between discovery and disaster. As we continue to explore the deepest realms of particle physics, the questions we face are not just scientific. They are ethical, philosophical, and existential. The pursuit of knowledge, after all, is not only about answering questions, but also about understanding the consequences of seeking those answers. Enter the occasion direction for a proton shaft. The bar entered through his skull, leaving through the rear of his head and nose. Borsky's sight changed decisively. He saw a glimmer more brilliant than 1,000 suns. However, he had no prompt side effects in spite of the serious tissue harm and bone annihilation. He stayed ready and even strolled to the treatment place for care. The subsequent wounds were serious, causing tissue passing and halfway loss of hearing. Yet, Borsky eventually made do and proceeded with his logical work. This occurrence was certainly not a straightforward mishap. It's a wake-up call about the massive power and expected risk of molecule gas pedals. The dangers of a molecule gas pedal, like the LHC, shouldn't be trifled with. The potential for unprecedented responses, the control of the texture of the real world, and the production of powers beyond our understanding are not the stuff of sci-fi. The genuine risks of this work, particularly with the potential to make smaller-than-miniature dark openings or other outlandish peculiarities, could have unexpected outcomes. The chance of delivering time-minuscule dark opening locales of space-time, where gravity is so extreme that not even light can escape, is especially concerning. The formation of such substances, even on a limited scale, could prompt a disaster. While researchers at CERN have guaranteed that any dark opening created would vanish quickly, the possibility of controlling powers unchangeable as far as we might be concerned is agitating. These hypothetical computations suggest that any such dark openings would pose no risk to Earth or its occupants. However, the sheer size of these experiments warrants cautious consideration as specialists push the limits of our figuring out. It's significant that they do so with full awareness of the potential dangers and moral contemplations involved. The journey for information has forever been joined by risk. However, as we venture into new frontiers, we should stay cautious and straightforward. The LHC is a demonstration of human resourcefulness and the quest for information. Yet under its fantastic outside lies a space of monstrous scholarly request, loaded up with expected risks and moral ramifications. The examinations led inside the bounds of the collider tackle energies and powers outside the ability to grasp of most. And while we might uncover the key building blocks of the universe, we should proceed cautiously, understanding the enormous obligations that accompany such significant disclosures. The energies associated with these crashes can create conditions like those that existed in the earliest snapshots of the universe, permitting researchers to test the principal building blocks of matter and explore the actual texture of space-time itself. Anyway, with such tremendous powers comes the unquestionable potential for unexpected results. The production of little dark openings, extraordinary particles, or other peculiarities that could undermine the general climate. This remains a squeezing concern, despite the fact that hypothetical computations suggest that any dark openings made would scatter rapidly. Regardless of these confirmations, the possibility of making the way for powers we can't yet fully grasp still blends unease. The LHC works at the wilderness of logical investigation, and its tests are not without gambles. Even with thorough security conventions set up, the potential for mishaps or unforeseen results can't be completely dispensed with. These risks are truly not simply hypothetical. The effect of these disclosures, whether positive or negative, could resonate a long way past the lab and into the actual design of the universe itself. The moral inquiries encompassing the LHC's analyses are equally huge. As we look to open the privileged insights of the universe, we must carefully consider the possible moral ramifications of our activities. Is it answerable to push the limits of information up to this point, knowing the dangers implied? How might we balance the quest for understanding with the obligation to protect life on Earth and the steadiness of the universe? These are questions that must be asked and answered by both researchers and the more extensive global community. As we dig deeper into the secrets of the universe, we should stay aware of the phenomenal power we use. The LHC addresses the apex of human logical accomplishment, an instrument able to do uncovering insights about the starting points of the universe and the powers that govern it. Be that as it may, with this power comes a huge obligation. Researchers should proceed to move toward their work with the utmost mindfulness and straightforwardness, ensuring their quest for information is done in a way that limits risks and augments the potential benefits to humankind. At last, the future of the LHC and its revelations depends not just on logical forward leaps, but also on our ability to navigate the moral and existential questions that arise as we continue to test the most profound breaks of space-time and explore the major forces that shape our universe. We must stay cautious in recognizing the potential risks and vulnerabilities that accompany these endeavors. The quest for information is an honorable objective, but it is one that should be embraced with a full understanding of the dangers and a commitment to using our newfound knowledge wisely. While the LHC represents an incredible leap forward in how we might interpret the universe, it also serves as a reminder of the enormous power of science and the significant obligation we must use that power wisely. The road ahead is filled with both extraordinary opportunities and significant risks. The questions raised by the LHC's tests are not just about what we can advance, but about how we choose to use that information. As mankind stands at the junction of logical discovery and moral obligation, the decisions we make today will shape the future of our world, and maybe even the universe tomorrow. As we continue to explore the vast unknowns of the universe, The decisions we make at this pivotal moment will define the trajectory of scientific discovery and its implications for generations to come. The pursuit of knowledge, while noble, is not without its dangers. The LHC, with its unprecedented capabilities, offers us the chance to unlock the mysteries of matter, time, and space. However, it also presents us with ethical dilemmas and potential consequences that could reverberate far beyond our current understanding. It is essential for researchers, policymakers, and society as a whole to remain vigilant, ensuring that the quest for discovery is balanced with an unwavering commitment to safety, ethics, and responsibility. The ability to manipulate the fundamental forces of nature is a tremendous power, and with that power comes the responsibility to use it wisely. As we advance our scientific knowledge, we must continually ask ourselves not only what we can do, but also what we should do. The potential for groundbreaking discoveries that could change our understanding of the universe is immense. However, the very act of pushing the boundaries of what we know can lead to unforeseen challenges. The LHC and similar experiments open the door to possibilities we cannot fully anticipate, and it is crucial that we approach these challenges with caution, transparency, and a deep sense of ethical responsibility. The future of science lies not only in the discoveries we make, but in how we choose to wield the knowledge we gain. The LHC represents the forefront of human achievement, but it also serves as a reminder of the potential risks that come with exploring the unknown. As we look toward the future, we must remain aware of the profound implications our actions may have on the world and the universe at large. In the end, the pursuit of knowledge is a journey that requires both courage and humility. While we push the limits of what is possible, we must also acknowledge the responsibility that comes with such power. The questions we face today will shape the future of science, technology, and society, and it is our collective duty to navigate this path with wisdom, foresight, and a commitment to the greater good.